Yeah. So Shaun, you tried to get yourself elected Pope, right?
I did.
What the fuck was that?
Well, I ran last time before Francis became Pope. I ran back then.
Okay.
Really? How old were you?
Yeah, I was 20, 23, 24, something like that.
Is there an age limit for being Pope? Is
No,
it like
you just
president?
have to be a confirmed Catholic.
All right.
You
That's
don't
it?
you don't have to be a cardinal?
No,
Oh wow.
anyone can do it.
Okay.
Technically. That's,
Okay.
what they,
Wow.
that's how they get you.
Oh, so did you
The gatekeepers.
how do you confirm your Catholicism?
There's a confirmation rite.
You get confirmed.
Oh.
You
It's
learn-
one of the sacraments.
No,
It's
no,
like,
I know that, but how do you confirm to the board that you?
Oh, there's like written record. My name is on an index
so there's
card
a-
in
oh.
the Vatican somewhere.
Yeah, it's a Catholic bar mitzvah. You know.
No, I know. I did confirmation when I was a kid. I just
Your
didn't.
name is too.
I just didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's record of it. I
Yeah,
thought they
there
just
is.
kind of did it like they do like birthday parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
sure.
kind of like a thing we do. It's just celebration, right?
I mean, maybe the Catholic priests in Kentucky didn't actually send it to the Vatican.
That's very possible.
Happy Birthday is like a very Catholic sounding song. That's
Oh, yeah.
And now in the name of the Father, happy birthday.
It has that like monk drone to it.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when no one wants to sing it, but
Yeah.
we're forced to sing it. It is very a droney thing. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Outback Steakhouse staff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the priests are wearing the flare too, so
John just thought Outback was church the whole time he was growing up.
Well,
I'll go on a little mini rant real quick though. I gotta say that everyone that's upset about the new pope being against like gay people, I'm honestly like, what did you expect?
yeah.
He's still fucking pope. Have we not? Did we forget that we've been enemies with the church the entire time? When has the
entire
church
time.
ever been good to us?
Will Smalley was hosting the hot dog eating contest, and I blessed him as I was dressed as the Pope, and I blessed him. He said, "It's Pride Month. Unbless me right now."
God has gone on vacation. God's been gone for so long. God has gone on vacation. Will he be
Coming back.
Will he be
Coming back.
Will he be
Coming back.
Will he be
Coming back. Welcome to the Big Hollywood Table Read, the only podcast in the whole world of podcasts where people cold read sketches they have never seen before. That's right, people are reading sketches that they've never seen out loud into a microphone. That's how the show works. As always, I am your host, Tom, and with me as always is my co-host, Caitlin. Say hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
And cowering in fear as always, we stand before a primo Hollywood executive, the Robert Evans of his time, John Farrell. How you doing, John?
beautiful Sunday, you know.
Yeah.
Gonna-
Although yesterday he brought us coffee, and that's some very assistant behavior.
Yeah, I did.
That's some PA
Well,
bitch.
you should have seen what I've gotten to get the coffee, though. You didn't see all the yelling, all the demanding.
The children picking the beans.
Grind it in front of me now.
Mr. Farrell's going to be upset with us. I don't know why they're newsies. And with us, returning is Hollywood superstar Shaun Connolly. Shaun, welcome back to the table of reading, I guess.
I'm here to read.
He's here to read.
I'm here to read.
How you doing, Shaun? Let's see. You've recently run for Pope and eaten 11 hot dogs.
Yes, in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which one was more rewarding?
Running for Pope, honestly. The hot dog, I'm still reeling from the hot dogs. I didn't get sick. I didn't vomit, but
Oh, good.
But I just felt really bad.
Did you win?
I came in second place.
Oh, that's why you felt bad. 'Cause
Yes, exactly. It was only losing.
not all the sodium. And with us again is Brandon Pires. Brandon, welcome back to the show, man.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Of course. How you doing, man? I was. How was the Shaun-clave for you? I heard that you were part of the Shaun's attempt to become Pope.
It was a lot of fun, man. You know, like we've done a couple of these like theme shows, and it's kind of nerve-wracking. You never know how it's gonna go. It's like, let me do a little bit of Catholic material. Like you can't workshop it, you know. But it went.
Y'all
well.
have fish on Fridays.
I said, do y'all have fish on Friday?
What was your role? Were you like a deacon or something, or did you just do Catholic stand-up?
No, I kind of was dressed like a deacon. I ended up,
What?
yeah. Well, I ended up like, I'm like, oh, this is obviously a formal event.
Obviously.
So I put on a suit that I hadn't worn for 5 years, and I immediately got really depressed because I couldn't really button it. I've kind of been spiraling ever since. I'm like, I never go to the gym, but I still have my membership. I'm like just wasting money. I'm like, I don't want to go, but like if I cancel it, that's like I'm giving up altogether, you know? So I'm just like hoping that it'll just come off, you know? I was going to do the hot dog eating, but I'm like, that's not going to be good for me.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You're going to be running a comedy marathon soon. Let's do the first sketch. Let's
Cool.
jump in. We got some real fun ones today. This first one is called Drinks. Oh, yeah. We got the gals at the bar. And the gals are going to be Mandy, played by Brandon, Helen, played by Shaun, bartender, that'll be Caitlin, and busboy, that'll be John. Ooh. Two young ladies are at the latest trendy spot. The lights are low, and everyone is real smug. They're ready to spend a lot of money on getting drunk for some reason.
I'm so glad we finally got to go out for this. I'm just so ready to unwind tonight.
Right? Hanley's been a nightmare this week.
What's his problem?
He's a control freak. Also, I think he killed his wife.
I heard that.
The bartender approaches. He's wearing a vest, not like a car valet. Instead, he's a valet of booze because he's a bartender.
Evening, ladies. Anything besides water to start?
How's your margarita?
It's the best in town.
Sounds good to me.
And I'll have a vodka soda.
Got it. 1 roast beef margarita and a vodka tonic roast beef.
I'm sorry, one sec. What's all the roast beef stuff?
Oh, sure. We're a roast beef bar.
What the fuck is that?
It's a bar where everything has roast beef in it.
Even the cocktails?
Especially the cocktails. They're the centerpiece. Gotta put something on the chalkboard.
Okay, why would that be the case?
It said that a roast beef cocktail was the toast of Paris during the Revolution.
Who says that?
Busboy is one of those annoying dumb guys who's so young, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he's like so dumb.
It's on our website.
Got it. Cool. Thanks, man.
We're owned by a private equity firm, so it's like a page on their website, but it's all on there.
Look, can I just get a cocktail that just like doesn't have roast beef in it?
Yeah. You just got to talk about roast beef the whole time to make up for the lack of it in your drink.
Jesus Christ. Never mind, man.
You also got to have some James River barbecue sauce.
The girls start flagging down bartender who got distracted at the beef tap.
Excuse me, sir, can I just get a vodka soda with no roast beef?
Hey, sure thing. You just gotta talk about roast beef instead.
Are you fucking serious?
I told her.
Shut up, dude.
One thing you gotta understand is that millennials value experiences.
We're actually Gen Z, and we value experiences as well.
Well, get your own goddamn thing.
Everyone's always taking our thing.
Yeah, like our high concept roast beef projects.
Who is taking this concept from you? Who would possibly want this fucking crap going on?
Okay, that's 3 beefs right now.
Bartender slaps 3 slices of beef on the counter.
Come on, 3 beefs right now.
Stop calling them beefs.
Either way, calling our whole thing fucking crap means you got to down 3 of these.
What does downing it mean?
What do you think, lady? Don't play dumb with me.
Shouldn't you be bussing tables or something?
I don't know how to do that. It's too confusing.
Yeah, I bet you feel pretty fucking dumb now. Anyway, here's your roast beef margarita.
Bartender slides a margarita glass full of roast beef cubes with James River barbecue sauce
Cubes.
poured throughout. There's also salt on the rim.
This is fucking disgusting. I seriously thought this was a bit until, like, right now. What kind of bartender are you?
He's not a bartender. He's a beef tender, you loony broad.
Of course you call it something. Fuck. All right. Off the rails. All right, here we go. Action. Of course you call it.
That's the first time anyone's done that.
I call action.
It's my set.
You don't count me down.
Of course you call it some stupid shit like that.
Yet another reason for you to feel stupid.
Did you call me a loony broad?
I watch a lot of old movies.
The women angrily leave and end up at a bar dedicated to turkey cold cuts, where they discover the simple bliss of a turkey club sandwich. Fiend, scene. We got through it. Watching Shaun get visibly disgusted at the roast beef margarita.
Yeah. How much money would you need to try a drink of it?
I'd do it for free.
Yeah, I'd go for free. do they have it at the bar next door?
That's why they had the hot dog contest in between dogs.
Shaun's like, in 10 minutes, I will down 5 roast beef margaritas.
He's like, I'm going to go home and try to make one, honestly.
Please send this to Kelly's. Like, you get your first sponsorship.
I'm going to break my jaw tonight just so I can do it.
I think this really is like, my coworker is like a big North Shore guy, and he's always just like, the roast beef, man. And I fucking don't give a shit about that. Like, I don't think you can really have your signature thing be like a cold cut, which is like famously like made mostly out of like cigarettes or whatever.
Made warm.
Yeah, made warm. And then you just dump condiments out of a bottle, and you're like, we only have this here, you know? Like, you know, these packaged goods that are like.
If they like warmed up the roast beef, it would be so much better. Like, I went to this place and it was a comedy show, and this other comic's like, oh, the roast beef here is great, and it like looks good, but then it's just like a cold meat. I'm like, come on, man.
But at least it's drowning in condiments.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's as like slimy and gross as possible, which you could make a nice margarita out of that, you know?
Yes. So that's why I was like kind of into it.
You already got the salt. Yeah.
It was the cube part for me.
Yeah, it was the fact that it was cubed
you
bothered
pointing
you.
out the cubes again. I just oh, God. Why is it cubed?
Yeah.
It's sauce.
Any cubed meat is just off, you know? Like those little ham cubes on salad bars, that just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it's too geometric. Like you don't want like too many right angles on your food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll say that for cheese. Yeah.
Yes.
Unless it's Jello.
Oh, really? You want geometric Jello?
Oh,
Yeah, because at least it wiggles, you know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, it needs a shape to deform into. That's you know.
That's what Brandon was saying when he was looking at his body after not fitting in that suit. At least it wiggles.
That's exactly right, dude.
It's really good with motion. What would your concept for a restaurant be, Shaun?
I mean, this feels right down the middle, but hot dogs.
It'd be hot dogs.
Yeah, totally.
I do love telling people that they've never done my hot dog show at Coney Island in Worcester. Is that I say, come do it at a hot dog restaurant. It's just very funny to write that sentence.
Yeah.
Hot dog restaurant. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it's like, you know the thing that comes out of a cart or a cooler? There's a whole building dedicated.
Hundreds of years they've cooked these hot dogs.
Let's do the next sketch.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay, this is Zack Norton's take on High Fidelity. I'll tell you that. So it's gonna be really normal. Okay, Shaun, you play Michael. Let's see. Brandon, you play Todd. Caitlin, you're Dan, and John, you're Polly. Record stores. Some still exist, and we're in one of them. The staff is debating music in the present day, which isn't a gift for these miserable pricks. Michael runs the shop. Dan is a blowhard. Todd is Todd, the guy everyone got used to.
Okay, I got a list type thing I'm doing for a zine because I don't believe in the internet. What's your number one guilty pleasure song?
Don't you mean top 5?
Not in this economy.
Okay, Dan, you go first.
Let me think. Video Game by Lana Del Rey.
Don't you mean Video Games by Lana Del Rey?
It's an anthem for non-combat troops who are addicted to meth, and I'm pretty sure it's video game, not plural.
You don't know how many video games they can buy. Those guys get sick bennies.
Shut the fuck up, Todd. Nobody cares.
Okay, relax. Todd, you go next.
Dan laughs like a workplace bully because it's a record store and Todd's kind of dumb.
This is going to be sweet. I cannot wait to hear this.
Well, if I'm being honest, like really honest, it's embarrassing to say, but I actually love.
Todd does one of those wolf whistles like from like World War II in old cartoons.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's not a song.
It's definitely a song. It's covered more than the song Hallelujah. And that's in like half of the Bible.
Leonard Cohen would never cover. Oh, that's right. You asked me if I could whistle, and I was like, what?
And then I found out you couldn't whistle.
No, I can't.
Yeah, because he's Christian, you idiot.
I mean, to be totally fair to our man Todd here, is a song we have in stock. It's a Japanese import. It's a B-side. Super rare.
You can't say that stupid shit is an actual song.
Hey, he asked us for guilty pleasure songs. Every time a pretty lady walks by a construction site and some guy whistles at her, I'm tapping my toes. That's embarrassing.
Your guilty pleasure songs are just street jokes. To you, they're a bit done by Italian guys or Italian-style Greeks.
Lay off him. Todd can have a guilty pleasure. Also, it's a song, and we carry it on vinyl, so learn our inventory, idiot.
Michael playfully throws a single Frito-Lay at Dan because this place exists in the 90s in a spiritual way.
Absolutely not. I'm focusing on magazines right now.
We're a fucking record store?
The door to the record shop opens. The bell chimes. Ding, ding, which is also a song, but we can't get into that right now. An angry man, Paulie, charges up to the counter and disrupts the conversation. He's a real meathead.
I'm from next door, and I heard you guys ripping off my merchandise.
The pet shop next door? Look, man, we don't sell pets here. Records only.
I heard you are selling a record that features one of my birds.
And what if we do?
You gotta sign her to your solid gold record label. She's gonna be a star.
We don't have a record label. Once again, this is a record store.
Then why did this freak tape my bird's beautiful call?
Paulie points an accusing finger and mine towards the treacherous, magazine-loving Todd, who is defensive.
Hey, I'm sorry. I thought birds were public domain because they belong in the sky.
Oh, I see. You recorded one of his birds. Now that's a guilty pleasure.
Hey, I'm a bird listener.
Well, I'm a bird owner, and that's my domain. Also, I have a website.
Of course, you gotta have a website.
I know. You came in and recorded a from one of my birds. You owe me my royalties.
Honestly, I'm in over my head here. I just wanted to make a bunch of illegal vinyl records. Is that against the law?
Yes, you fucking idiot. Yes.
The ever-professional Michael steps in with a roguish smile. In 2015, this guy would have been played by Shia LaBeouf or Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
We talking parrot or cardinal?
It's a call.
Different rights apply to each bird.
Sorry, I hopped on that one. Take two. It's a cardinal. The hardest. Take three. Take three. Fuck. It's a cardinal. The holiest bird I own, besides my goldfinch, who is Greek Orthodox.
Okay, well, we'll give you 10 cents every Spotify stream. But if one of your parrots starts replaying without our consent, the deal is off.
All right. You made yourself a deal. Can I use your bathroom?
Yeah, right next to the Animal Collective section, the Dead Parrot Society, Deer Hunter Closet, and the Bear in Heaven bin. Can't miss it.
Great, because I got to piss, and my store stinks so bad.
It sure does.
Pet shop owner Paulie has an existential crisis on his way to the bathroom. He could have gone into opening any kind of small business. Why did he choose the one where things shit all over the place? Bad move, idiot. Fiend, scene.
I really connected with that role. Did you guys write that for me?
A perfect marriage of player and part.
Do you guys have any more Todd?
Yeah, every sketch has a dumb guy, a guy for you, a guy who's over it for Sean, another dumb guy for John, and a guy who's mad at everyone who's Caitlin.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, Zach knows how to write for you, huh? That
was great.
Have you ever met Zach?
Who's Zach?
You guys gotta meet.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, the shit is not even the worst part about a pet store.
Oh, what is?
I just feel like there's always so much chaos going on in pet stores,
I mean, you worked in one. I did. Every time I go in one, I'm like, how does anyone spend more than 10 minutes in here?
For real.
Like in the morning, whoever comes in the morning has to go through and scoop up all the dead animals.
Did you come in a half hour early, an hour early?
How many dead animals?
Do you bring coffee?
Mostly,
you film it?
Mostly fish.
Okay, all right.
But sometimes there's some rodents. one time we had a hamster get out, and it was just living around the Petco for a while, and it was getting into bags of dog food, and eating the dog food, and became massive.
Wow.
Like became fucking huge, to the point that we couldn't sell it, so we had to like have it up for adoption. So people would come in, they'd be like, "Oh, we're looking for a hamster." We'd be like, "Do you want one that's like 3 times the size it's supposed to be?"
It's like a
And
nutty
we-
professor size.
yeah. No, he was fucking massive and terrifying.
The guinea hog, if you know what I mean.
It took us forever to catch him. Birds.
How did it take you that long? If he was this massively obese, was he still fast?
Yeah, he's still fast.
Wow, that's
he's just
cool.
like he's not like obese. He's just like a fucking like.
He was doping.
First
Oh,
draft
yeah, it's a
linebacker.
dog.
Oh,
like
so he
he's
was
like a
just
fucking
big.
jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like
Jerome
when a
Bettis.
cat is like fat. Like
No,
he just got
he's
like
just
huge.
jacked. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Oh,
sick.
yeah,
I want.
That's fucking
I want a
rad.
beefcake hamster.
Just feed it dog food, I guess.
Yeah.
But the craziest thing is when the snakes would get out, because they would always go for the toilets. So there was multiple times that a lady or someone would sit down on the toilet to go to the bathroom, and they'd be like, "Ah!" Like they would scream and run out, and they'd be like, "There's a snake in the toilet."
I mean, I will say I never thought of it like instinctively.
Pervs.
I didn't know they were so perverted.
The snakes are like, "Let's go spy on women in the bathroom."
You have your Panasonic camera.
I was just like, don't use the bathroom at the pet store. Like, there's a mattress firm like right next to
Even the
Petco,
owner, even the owner knows
Yeah.
not to go use it.
in one of our sketches.
All these snakes are just Chuck Berry. Jesus Christ.
Let's do the next sketch. That is a fun thing. It's like, hey, you know Chuck Berry, that person you love? And everyone under 50 is like, no.
Well,
Well, he was a pervert.
He's a little rockin' daddy. What do you mean you don't know him?
It's like an Otis Redding, like, wrong guy died. All right. Oh, at the movies. Oh, boy. This is a fun one. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's have Shaun, you play girlfriend. Caitlin, you play boyfriend. Hell yeah. Brandon, you're going to be Ralph. And John, you're Mike. Oh, boy. If Zach can write for Brandon, this is a test of if I can. The movies, a place where you can get both soda and Tom Cruise. We're in a dark, comfy cinema in the middle of a feature film. A young couple are cuddled up on a 4th date as we enter the 2nd act. Girlfriend sees a recognizable actor on screen. They're both whispering.
oh, I love this guy.
Yeah, he's like the Michael Ironside of Michael Fassbender's.
Right? Yeah. Like, actually, no. What are you talking about?
Like if there was a British Michael Pokemon, it would start out as a Fassbender, but then evolve to maybe a Venusaur, and then definitely Michael Ironside.
I don't see it. Are you talking about The Office?
No, but trust me, if there's one thing I know, it's cinema, and the other thing would be British Pokemon.
Okay, let's watch the movie.
I am doing that. I'm just watching it harder than you.
As the
Classic
action.
boyfriend move.
Yeah, classic Caitlin's boyfriend, me. As the action plays out on screen, Rude Ralph in the 3rd row.
Rude Ralph.
Does he have a beat drop?
I'm trying to write like John, where everyone has like a signature. Rude Ralph in the 3rd row takes out his iPad and starts online gambling at full brightness and blasting pornos. He's blasting pornos at full volume. Everyone immediately gets super pissed.
Hey, can you keep it down, buddy?
Yeah, we're trying to watch the movie.
Ralph is disrespectful and totally unapologetic.
Hey, cram it, you fucking losers. I'm doing parlays on Swedish basketball and the Little League World Series, and I hit big if anyone cries.
Can you at least turn the volume down on that disgusting smut?
Hey, these are damn good pornos, exquisite pornos, and I will not have you trash them. Have you even seen these pornos?
We're in a goddamn movie theater.
Way to answer my question with an irrelevant fact.
He turns the pornos up even louder. What started out as some general grunting and pounding is cranked up on some kind of camcorder gangbang thing. There's a lot going on.
Hey, man, that's enough. You need me to come down there and explain it to you?
Oh, come on. Like, you give a shit about this movie. The plot is all over the place, the pacing is terrible, and their British Michael is subpar.
Okay, I agree on the first two, but this is a pretty good British Michael.
Are you seriously agreeing with him?
Not entirely. I also think it's smart to bring an iPad to the theater.
For what?
Gambling, obviously. I'm basically losing money sitting here logged out of my DraftKings account, and I didn't know I could bet on crying.
Yeah, man, stop rejecting passive income.
That's not what passive income is, you fucking idiots. Turn your sound off.
Hey, I silenced my phone. That PSA before the movie didn't say shit about an iPad.
He's totally right.
Rude Ralph, who, by the way, is like 6 weed gummies deep, starts blowing huge vape clouds as he switches to pornos that are blasting some kind of weird AI-generated music. There's also a lot of chimes and dings from various DraftKings parlays. A completely pissed-off girlfriend confides seriously with the boyfriend.
Okay, I've never asked you to do this, but I'll never ask you again, but I want you to kick that guy's fucking ass.
Hey, you saw the video? There's a strict no ass-kicking policy at this theater.
Where does it say that?
It says no roughhousing, and ass-kicking is the roughest form of housing.
Hey, I can hear you guys, so maybe you're not as fucking demure as you think. Also, this movie sucks and you know it. The cinematography is dog shit.
He's got a point about the movie.
He does not have a point about the movie.
Ralph holds up the iPad to make a point. The brightness is so fucking high, you can't see the porno through his huge vape clouds.
You see, this guy, he's a real character. Grounded in his varsity quarterback, grounded in being the varsity quarterback, and his motivation is that he has a super hot stepsister. You see how grounded that is? The character is the plot.
Will you shut the fuck up, you disgusting pig?
A guy in the back whose name Mike chimes in.
Actually, I want to hear more about this varsity quarterback porno.
Yeah, that's at least like a story with high stakes.
Jason, it's pornography. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Hey, can you two shut the fuck up? I'm trying to watch this guy's iPad.
You'll notice that they're deconstructing the nature of family. The pressures of the big game and busty blondes.
You make me want to throw up.
Hey, calm down, lady. That's a different type of porno.
Hey, my man in the back row gets it.
He's technically right, honey. This movie sucks.
This movie was critically acclaimed.
Sure, by fucking perverts.
Yeah, get their asses.
Another great point from the vaping, gambling porno guy.
At this point, a team of ushers descend like a SWAT team with cooler vests and drag girlfriend away so Du Bois can finally have a cool hang at the movies. Even heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Scene.
That was
Cinema.
the most boyfriends being boyfriends ass sketch.
Dudes rock.
Boys.
You know what? I finally get it. After reading the sketch, I finally get it.
It's like I love like the it's like good to grow up and be like, oh, men are a nightmare. It's like as like a man growing up in society, you're like, oh, these are all the things that are bad about men. And now that I'm middle aged, I'm like, pretty funny though.
Still pretty funny.
It's still pretty funny. Like you watch like Danny McBride movies and you're like, oh, it's still funny how terrible men are. Like, it's bad, but it's hilarious. I was at a bachelor party and I was just like up early because I wake up no matter what, like pretty early. And so I'm just up writing. And so some guy comes over and he's like, what are you doing? Are you working? And I'm like, no, I'm writing this thing about like pornos. And he was like, dude, let me give you some tips about pornos.
Oh my God.
This James from the bachelor party, I'm going to send you this episode. I used all your porno tips for, for the porno sketch.
Porno James? Wow.
Yeah, porno James. Yeah.
He's a big fan of Opie and Anthony, I believe.
I like Porno James's comments on YouTube on Pornhub.
So insightful.
Yeah. Pornhub's more of a letterboxed for him.
He does a lot of who is this?
Yeah.
What's her name?
This isn't union.
Those guys are doing good work, though. You know, I've wondered it myself.
I like to just go to the YouTube comments of any song that came out like 25 years ago. Any of those songs that you're just like, oh yeah, I remember that from like Now 4 on a TV commercial.
Sure.
You look it up and you go to YouTube and there's always a comment from 2 weeks ago where someone goes, this is my favorite song. This is the best song. It's every song on YouTube is somebody's favorite song they've ever heard in their life. And it's like, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's a good dream.
It's a good thing to remind yourself that most people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I did a deep dive of Orny Adams.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I put his like stand
But I
up
just
on.
want to say before. You saying that you're going to do a deep dive is really scary. So I'm glad I just came, so it was Orny Adams in the end.
Yeah.
Well, it leads to beheading videos.
Yeah, and I don't want to disparage Orny Adams, but we all know Orny Adams, you know.
Yeah,
and
we're
his
acquainted.
material, you know, and like there's people from like 2 weeks ago, and they're like, "How am I just finding out about Orny Adams?"
I remember Jerry Seinfeld made that documentary Comedian, that
Yeah.
really boring
Yeah, oh yeah.
post Seinfeld. He's just hanging out at the cellar being like, what's the big deal? Being funny is easy. Like that's the whole thing, but it's Orny Adams is like the focus of it.
I know.
But like his journey, and it's like, man, way to pick him, dude. Like the guy who's exactly where he was 25 years ago. Frozen in time. He looks good though.
It looks pretty good.
Oh man, that's why like instead of being a has-been, I choose to be a never was, because I feel like there's more dignity in it, you know. Like, do another sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do another sketch.
Let's do another sketch.
Do another sketch. Oh boy.
I don't like that laugh, John.
What do you mean?
This is the sound John makes when he sees his own writing. Oh no.
It's also usually very tame.
Yeah. This is
Someone at
edgy.
work.
Someone's gonna have a full glass of milk.
Whole milk, baby. Red cap. Come on.
Light block bottle.
Okay, let's see. We'll do the Juggler. Shaun, your owner. Brandon, your Waterloo. Caitlin, your associate. And yeah, John, your Juggler. Whole milk. That's not in this. They say that juggling is just throwing and catching chainsaws, but don't tell that to the world's best chainsaw juggler, Waterloo Disguise. To him, juggling isn't just a paycheck; it's how he meets women.
Oh my god.
Waterloo walks into his version of Carnegie Hall, which is a VFW. The wretched venue owner confronts him.
Welcome, Mr. Disguise. Thank you for coming.
Did you receive my rider?
Was it by email?
Email? Who uses that antiquated junk? You don't get my you didn't get my stone tablets?
Stone tablets. We're using those to reinforce the foundation.
Sure. They were made for the structure. But that wasn't their intent.
Well, thanks for those regardless. The carpenter said we should be good for 400 years.
You fool. I care not about your structural issues.
We don't either. Anyway, would you like to see the stage?
You mean my stage? Unless Shakespeare is present, which I assume he's not.
Yeah, whatever.
Owner takes Waterloo to the back to inspect his own personal Madison Square Garden. It's a stage about 9 feet high with 20 or so folding chairs in the audience.
This won't do. The seats are too few, and the ceilings are too low. How will I make my chainsaws take the elevator to heaven? And this before the escalator to hell? And that's before the escalator to hell? Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no chainsaws. This party starts in about a half hour. We're thinking maybe you juggle some bowling pins. Before I forget, let me get you the cash.
A briefcase-wielding associate enters. Let's just say this guy isn't a Brooks brother, but he's on their mailing list.
Wait one goddamn minute. This is a travesty.
And who the hell are you?
I am a representative of the International Juggling Association.
Associate flashes a badge that shows a guy juggling 3 globes. It's way too busy.
Your logo is really busy.
We know. We hired a branding agency and it's taking way too long.
Yeah, it turns out we take 2. Yeah, it turns out we weren't the only ones juggling.
Shut up. I'm representing you.
The associate turns his ire back on the venue owner, who is totally surprised. Wow, so surprised.
$50? $50 in this state?
Does this mean I can't pay cash?
No. Legally, you have to pay in cash, but it needs to be $75 in this state.
Okay, I'll go to the safe.
The owner is halted on their journey to the precious safe.
Wait, hang on. I have to do the big speech about the requirement of chainsaws being juggled.
That speech sounds like a lullaby to me because I'd be asleep.
Oh, man, he got your ass.
Okay. Shut up! Listen, you veteran bar-owning piece of shit. The IGA the IJA.
No one cares.
The IJA doesn't fuck around. No chainsaws, no show. And you pay in full.
Look, I'll pay you $75 to juggle bowling pins, balls, or even gossip magazines that are about bowling.
Oh, that last one is a good idea, actually.
But no chainsaws on my stage.
Whoa there, old timer. I've been thrown out of fancier VFWs than this.
Yeah, and all those ejections were chainsaw related.
I got a phone book. Plenty of jugglers in here.
We're not afraid of your phone book.
Unless you use it to hit us, that is very scary. I've seen it in movies.
This party starts in 10 minutes. I'll pay you $76.
It's not about the money. It's about the law.
You're going to be losing money with the cost of gas. You're definitely in the red.
Don't worry about the delicious gasoline. It's safely stored in the front seat of my electric car.
That gasoline better be wearing a seatbelt.
Of course. Click it or ticket, baby.
The venue owner takes a peek at their dreaded nemesis, the clock. There's 5 minutes to curtains and still no star.
$84 and you can juggle some jellyfish.
How many jellyfish? The law's very specific about this.
That's true. One too many jellyfish, boom, career-ending injury.
But too few jellyfish? Boom, you get a call from Richard Nixon's EPA.
The choice is yours, sir.
Fuck it, you're both fired. But invited to the party.
Waterloo and Associate high five because they've been trying to make new friends. It's a Boy Scout event, and they have a pizza party while watching card tricks on YouTube. Everyone has a great time. Fiends.
Shaun, have you ever had a really difficult comedian that you booked?
Yep, Tom Crowley.
Got his ass.
Hey, it's a character, but you can't acknowledge that I'm a character.
Oh, did I do that with Todd Spaulding?
No. Just trying to roast your ass.
I do feel like many years ago when you had like a city councilor on, was that sort of late show maybe? It like shot at a show where there were like legit community figures on the show with comedians, and I went up as a fake brand strategist, and it's a small room. You can read faces, and half the people are like, this might be real.
Yeah.
I might have found a crazy genius.
Yeah. Oh, this guy might be helping me brand. And then halfway through, I'm like, you got to give children cigarettes. And they're like, this guy's definitely legit.
In Worcester?
I feel like even in the young, smart crowds, half of them don't understand characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would say, like, at least half or more, like, think it's a real thing.
Totally. Every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, people, after shows, 20-year-olds come up to you and like, so you guys like a whole troupe? Do you like travel around together?
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
Guys, we do not work well together. That's why we're stand-up comedians.
Yeah. Also, you paid $11 to be here. Do some math.
Yeah.
Like everyone's always like, so is this how you make a living? And it's like, you don't know multiplication.
A lot of people don't know I'm doing a character right now. I went to Juilliard, dude.
Yeah, I remember when I was at Yale. I saw you there.
Yeah, me and John Krasinski, we go way back.
I went with Mr. Juilliard, the guy, he's a real guy.
Ted Juilliard.
Ted Juilliard.
Ted Juilliard.
That thing in the thing in the sketch about the electric car, there's one of the many just more insane person than comic, just one of the Boston comics who I love to follow on Facebook, who's like out of their mind. Somebody in like the Boston comedians group was like earnestly like, who's actually like paying their bills with comedy? And this is a guy who's doing, $25 spots or whatever, or just working for free. And he was like, it makes it a lot easier because I have an electric car.
Oh, my God.
It's always just like, yeah, you're saving that like $40 a week in gas. And it's like.
So you're still probably paying for it in your electric bill, you idiot.
Yeah.
Nope. They bring a 100-foot extension cord and they plug it into the kitchen of whatever venue they're performing.
I drive with a generator. It's really loud, but it's worth it.
Quit touching my gasoline.
I really need it at McDonald's. It's really cost effective. Let's do the next sketch. Okay, John, you be inspector. Sean, let's have you play reporter, and then Brandon, you're citizen 1. Caitlin, you're citizen 2. You guys got that?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
We just all went at the same time.
It's a big town hall type situation. We've all been there, especially even if only in our dreams. Anyway, the transit inspector is speaking to an annoyed rabble of citizens.
First of all, The Transit Authority would like to acknowledge the service has been subpar, and we're restating our dedication to improving the transportation in our city.
Then what's this shit about horses?
Yeah, my kids take the subway to school every day. They're supposed to ride a fucking steed?
Thank you for your concern. Your children will not, in fact, have to ride horses in a meaningful way.
An enterprising young reporter calls out politely the way reporters do at press conferences. They must learn it at journalism college.
Hi, Frank Cobb from the Sunday Weekly.
Frank, you're the only reporter who shows up to this stuff, so quit introducing yourself.
Okay, sounds good. Anyway, what do you say to charges that you're replacing the entire public transit service with horses?
Those aren't charges. That's a press release from the head of my department.
Yeah, and we want to know what the hell is up.
If we kill this reporter, will you call off the horses?
What the hell, guys? I'm right here. I live in this community.
You live on the side of town that is a mall.
That's not our community. That's a hellhole because of that traffic.
Please calm down. As cool it would be for you to kill this guy, this will not affect our transit plan.
Why are you replacing our prestigious trains and buses?
Prestigious.
That actually
great.
works.
No, it's awesome.
Do prestigious.
Do it again.
yeah,
Read it the same way, please.
Do it again.
Why are you replacing our prestigious trains and buses with a bunch of hooves charlatans?
That's what I was going to ask, but I was going to use words that are more regular.
Watch it, you media peddling piece of shit.
The new horse trolley system is estimated to save the company gajillions of dollars.
While improving service?
Absolutely not. Service is going to totally suck ass.
The answer hangs in the air before the citizens immediately break into more rabble-rabble.
My oldest kid is afraid of horses. What's he supposed to do?
The horses will be used to pull the rail cars, ma'am.
Why the fuck would we replace diesel engines with horses?
Not to make you sound stupid, but once again, because it's cheaper.
He's got you there. You sound stupid. I'm writing that down.
I was asking a reasonable question.
One that he already answered.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Come on, man. I live right down the street from you.
Are you the one with the stupid kid?
We're the loud dog.
I have the loud dog, and he's probably taking a shit in my apartment right now. That's how passionate I am about horse journalism.
Everyone turns to look at the reporter, who they used to hate because he's a reporter. Now they are totally taken aback. To be clear, they still hate him, but they're also confused.
Excuse me. What the fuck did you just say?
I said I give a shit about this community.
No. That thing about horse journalism. I thought you worked for the Sunday Weekly.
That's true. I'm senior editor of the horse section.
The room erupts. Everyone is extremely pissed and betrayed by a guy that they already hated.
You're the moron running the horse coverage at Sunday Weekly?
That fucking rag never gets it right.
Yeah, like when the police horses unionize. Where was your endorsement then?
It's a thorny issue.
Or when they replace all the substitute teachers with horses.
I was really busy that week.
Why don't you just get into a real line of journalism, huh? Or is there too much clickbait and all the sensationalist horse stuff?
Yeah, get his ass. We don't respect this guy.
You are replacing all of your transit in this city with horses. How is that not a real subject?
They're just fucking horses.
The entire room cheers in hearty agreement, mostly out of contempt for the horse reporter.
Yeah, who cares? I'm not going to be a fucking weirdo about it.
Exactly. Shut up, horse boy.
All in favor of ejecting the horse-loving bitch from our city forever say nay.
Nay.
Everyone
sorry.
says, nay! And reporter is immediately dragged to the door. As he's dragged, he makes one last challenge to the inspector, citizens, and city at large.
Okay, first of all, the nay thing doesn't make any sense. Also, can someone go to my apartment and feed my dog and take him for a walk?
Somebody volunteers to feed and walk the dog, and reporter Venmos them later. Horse journalism is paying quite nicely. Fiend scene.
I do love John's commitment to that voice.
Yeah.
I was really worried.
It was,
It changed a few times.
I was worried, and then I got more worried.
Yeah, 'cause he started coughing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It hurts. I was trying to do Nixon. I forgot how to do Nixon.
It had
for a
some.
brief-
It had some Bernie
It
to
did,
it.
yeah.
It was
losing.
Bernie's Wario.
And then,
Yeah.
and then at the end
Which is kind of
became-
Richard Nixon.
yeah. It became Pacino at the end, though. The
Yeah.
last line
Yeah.
was Pacino.
It always slips back to Pacino.
Yeah, every time John does a voice, it's like a Mission Impossible mask gets ripped off at the end.
It's just Pacino.
It was
the whole
always
time.
Pacino.
Hooah!
It was Pacino the whole time.
I love how this whole sketch was written on the premise of like making the connection between Nay and like a town hall meeting. And it was just, like at the end, it was all revealed. I'm like, oh, that's how this.
You can
came
see
to
where they
be.
started.
Yeah.
Well, if you rip the face off that Pacino, there would just be a horse.
Behind every Pacino is a horse, and then behind that is another Pacino, because the first Pacino was a decoy Pacino, and that's how we keep Al Pacino alive. You know?
And behind that horse is a carriage.
Pulling all the citizens of this community.
Let's do the last sketch. And boy, is it fucking insane. This is Zack Norton. This is maybe one of my favorite Zack Norton sketches ever because it's fucking insane. Okay. This is going to be fun. Let's have Shaun, you play Dave.
Sick.
Brandon, you be Rexy.
Nice.
Caitlin, you're Veronica. And John, you're Ted. Ooh. We open in front of a suburban home. This house is dripping with Thousand Island dressing vibes, even though it's a raised ranch. Dave and Rexy are ready to save Dave's abducted daughter.
All right, here's the plan. My daughter Brittany is in there, and we got to get her out. But there are maniacs inside.
You got it, Dave. I am just a punk chick who is ready to roll.
Stop calling yourself that.
I won't. It's too cool. Fuck you. In a punk rock way. Let's go get your daughter.
Sorry, these freaks abducted my daughter. I'll admit, I'm scared of raised ranches. I once saw an old dog with a huge, weird mole in this style of house.
That must have been so hard for you.
They made me pet him. But thank you for playing along like an adventure game.
What's an adventure game?
It's like a point-and-click game, mostly based on narrative, but you're too young to remember. Shut up. Now, let's get in that house and reverse abduct my daughter.
They run up to the front door, and Rexy uses the key underneath the doormat. It's a nice foyer. A foyer that would make a voyeur say, damn, that's a nice foyer. Fucking Zack.
Do we go left or right?
This is a raised ranch. You enter and go up or down. Haven't you ever been in this kind of style house before?
No, I didn't grow up in the suburbs. I came to be a punk chick in the city where everything is one big building, remember?
I'm sorry. I forgot you're cooler than me.
Dave opens the basement door, turns on the light, and heads down, calling back to Rexy, who's following.
Ignore that weird red light switch.
Oh, so that red thing is like Chekhov's light switch?
Kind of. In a raised ranch, you flick that switch and your parents get divorced.
Holy shit, are you serious?
That's why it's red. It's Freudian.
This is unbelievably messed up.
Also, Cool Ranch Doritos are based on this kind of house.
Wow, for my entire life, I have misunderstood the suburbs. They're surprisingly fucked as hell in a punk rock way.
They walk into the bottom floor of the raised ranch. Veronica is walking around the rumpus room. She's yelling on the phone and doesn't notice our heroes.
Hello, I'm a nurse, and I would like to pay for the license plate with Lee Harvey Oswald branding.
Dave and Rexy have to whisper because they're being sneaks.
I'm spooked.
Okay, step lightly. Let's just sneak into the game closet.
Hang on, shut up. I have another license plate related question. I have other license plate related requests.
Shh. Wait until she passes. No one wants to walk on the unfinished side of a basement.
Yes. The first concert I went to was Jimmy Buffett. That's Jimmy Buffett. And my cat's name is Jimmy Buffett, but pronounced like the eating thing. So either way, my password reset thing is Jimmy Buffett.
I'm so scared. I'm going to scream.
Just focus on the games in the closet.
Rexy starts rifling through the closet full of games, reading the titles to her much older boyfriend, Dave.
Okay, so we have Upwards, Eat It Ralph's, and Monopoly Juniors Junior.
Okay. Upwards is like Scrabble, but if it was good. Eat It Ralph's is for bulimic kids. Monopoly Juniors Junior is about the mini golf ball economy.
Meanwhile, Veronica is still in the other room on the phone, yelling her friggin' head off.
Yeah, and on the plate, I want my credit card number and a picture of Judy Garland. No, I'm not Greek. I will not respect a plate.
We also have Mancala, Guess Who British Edition, and a wood-burning kit.
Veronica suddenly notices the cataloging of their great board game collection and chases the two home invaders out.
Hey, who's there? Fuck you. I will fuck you up. Don't you know I work night shifts?
Run, she moves fast.
Okay, but I'm taking the strategos set pieces that are scouts and lieutenants.
Weird 6 and 9 joke.
I do DIY shows. I use the term goblin shit for stuff that I like.
Stop being punk rock and help me with this bulkhead.
They escape to the backyard. There's an above-ground pool, which is a raised ranch standard. A cool 8-bit vaporwave track plays. There is a skeleton in the above-ground pool. It's holding a key.
It's so weird that this house does kind of fucking rock.
Yeah, we could totally do a show back here.
Like a Van Halen type thing?
I'm thinking more like King Cruel.
Who are you talking about?
Weird Ted, who walks into the background while doing military drills, hence the nickname.
You guys are right. It is a cool scene back here. Also, your taste in music shows an age gap between you two.
Whoa. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I have the same question as him.
I'm Weird Ted. I corner people and talk about TV no one remembers.
Where's my daughter?
Your daughter is safe here.
Prove it, you military scumbag.
I will. But first, I have to tell you, in the first season of The Killing on AMC, it was revealed that a girl killed was actually the grandniece of the plumber. And also, it rains in Seattle.
Oh, fuck.
Run! Save yourself!
They make a break for it with Ted in hot pursuit, but he's a military marching while talking about TV and gets winded pretty fast.
Hey, stop. Low winter sun on AMC was about how in the winter, sometimes the sun is a little low and kind of early in the day.
Rexy and Dave make it to the porch attached to the quote-unquote second floor of the raised ranch. But it's more like a mezzanine. Either way, a TV plays Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, but in a spooky way.
I've forgotten about our mission. I'm a gumshoe now, and we need to play this TV game.
What are you talking about?
Carmen is in Fresno, California. Wait, no. She's at a brunch because of their big hat.
Dave, snap out of it. Brittany, your daughter is in this house, and we're trying to save her.
Veronica, the phone-yelling psycho who works nights, bursts into the living room, and Weird Ted climbs in through the window, even though the door is wide open.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was on the phone screaming about my dump sticker.
Yes, I'm also back. So in season 2 of The Killing, it's a former retired police officer and his 2 gay sons. There's a maid, and her name is Daphne. She's hot, but not like Velma hot.
I want my daughter back.
What are you talking about?
She called and said the sleepover sucked.
Oh, that's why you guys are here.
Ted cheerfully calls up the stairs like this is normal sleepover stuff.
Brittany, your dad and his 2 young girlfriend are here to pick you up.
I love your house, by the way. It's very punk rock.
Fiend scene. Zack Norton's ode to the raised ranch and suburban life.
That was the most David Lynch thing.
Yeah,
That
seriously.
was unbelievably Lynchian.
Ted climbing in the window.
Yeah. I'm Weird Ted.
I'm surprised there just wasn't a red room with someone dancing in it.
Oh, there's some pages I cut off at the end.
Like I said, page is not page.
I know it's a Zach sketch when there's like 9 characters, and I'm like, there's 5 people who like read these things. And that was the Big Hollywood Table Read. We did it yet
so
again.
fun.
Shaun Connolly, thank you so much for doing the show again, man. Really appreciate it. Love
Anytime.
having you.
Yeah.
What do you? This only comes out in like a week from now. So like, what are you pimping? What are you promoting?
What am I
pushing?
pimping?
What are you pimping? What are you plugging?
My son. We need to pay for college. The Worcester Hot Dog Safari is August 16th.
Oh, hell
in
yeah.
Worcester, and the kickoff show is the 15th at George's Coney Island that we talked about before, the 100-year-old hot dog restaurant.
Very exciting. All hot dog related exploits in Worcester go through Wootenanny Comedy. You'll find a link in the description. Brandon Pires, thanks for doing the show again, man.
Yeah, you got it. It's always fun, man.
Of course, dude. What would you like to plug? What would you like to push on to the people?
I would just, if there's any comedy bookers out there.
They listen to this show.
You're trying to promote me
Yeah, if there's any
and
big.
the fact that I'm available.
Yeah. I know you're listening, and I crushed it on this today. So give me a spot, or I'm gonna abduct your daughter and bring her to a weird
Brandon
sleepover.
Pires is a known psychopath, and he's coming to your house right now.
He's gonna do a reverse John Q.
Hell yeah. Is that the one in the emergency room?
Yeah.
Oh, good flick.
Oh my God. I'm just gonna confirm before I say this was good.
Oh, that was the Big Hollywood Table Read. Caitlin, John, I think we did a good job. I think we did it.
We did.
Yeah, like, subscribe, 5 stars. Tell your friends. Come on. right, see you next time.
Proud of you guys.
Proud of you and me.
Coming back.